All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome. Oh man, what day is it? Thursday? There we go. Yo, welcome to the Megaphonics broadcast. I don't really truthfully know what I have planned for today, but we'll vibe it out. We'll figure out what to do. Obviously, I'll do my usual stuff, but trying to think like personal news. I don't even know. I mean, I've been watching Severance, so right before I went live just now, I watched episode. What episode are we on? Episode 3? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind a little bit. Episode 3 of Severance on Apple TV Plus. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that was cinema. That was pure cinema. I've literally been looking forward to it for like a week. I'm super invested in the show now, and yeah. So basically, that's what I was doing right before this, and other than that, just vibing, just working and doing music stuff. Yeah, I think I'm making some progress on the 2025 resolutions. Oh my god, my brain is literally fried. 2025 New Year resolutions. I'm making some progress. Releasing music, working on music. Gonna get that out. I have an idea for next week. I'm gonna do a DJ stream to celebrate the release of my new song, Wherever You Go, which you can type !pre-save in the chat, get a link to pre-save that. That's out next Friday. Well, technically Thursday midnight, but it's like Thursday night. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm definitely going to do like a DJ stream for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And what else? Yeah, other than that, just working on some other music, working on, trying to build up the stream. We've got some new emotes on the way, which will be pretty snazzy. I feel like, okay, this isn't a spoiler, but if you've watched Severance, you know that like the like work culture or whatever is very like childish in the way that they like reward their workers on the severed floor. And so there's like these perks that you can get for doing a job well done, and it's like little finger traps and like whatever. So that's how I feel with new emotes. I'm like, we're gonna get some new emotes in here. Everyone get excited. Sarah, what's going on? Megaphonics live? Yes. Yeah, we're live. We're live and alive. I will be the replacement West Coast streamer while Hassan is in Japan. So yeah, honestly, like Japan seems cool. I've seen a few like YouTube shorts about Japan stuff recently. I don't even know why. It's not like it's like a pure coincidence that it's coming up when Hassan is there. But yeah, Would love to go. I mean, just see what the vibe is like, you know. The Japan streams have been so much fun. You know, when I watch like his desktop streams that he does in the mornings, it's such an interesting shift because, like, you know, he's usually animated and he's usually animated Sarah. He's usually like he's usually like awake, and then he comes on and he does like a 5 a.m. stream and he just gets on the thing and is like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, it'll just be like some gray name or something. He'll be like, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. God, I'm already in such a bad mood. He's like whispering like Instagram voice, just like, God, I don't even know why I do this shit sometimes. It's just like so funny. Although I haven't seen most of them, watching travel content makes me envious, jealous in a way that I can't describe. Yeah, I haven't, honestly, I don't really find it super compelling when they do like the IRL stuff. Maybe that's just me. I'm not like, it's just, I think when it's a desktop stream, everything feels much like interactive, much more interactive and like fast paced. When it's an IRL stream and it's like you're watching people like travel from one physical location to another and like wait in line or like do, you know, it takes so long, and then it's like a 4-hour segment at this one location, and it just feels strange to me. I don't know. So I usually kind of tune out for that stuff. Also, the things that he's done in Japan are very odd. I gotta admit, it's not quite my cup of tea. Not like, okay, when I say very odd, I just mean like, I personally am not the type of person who will watch the Maid Cafe or like the Tenga store. So when that happens, I'm kind of like, I'm out. The backlist Maid cause. Okay, I see. I didn't even see all this stuff, so it's just funny to me. But just not the thing for me. Yeah, exactly. Like it's oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Pepper's here. Pepper, you want to say hi? Pepper, you want to say hi? Oh, she wants to say hi. Come here. Whoa. Scooped her right up. So anyways, you know, we got Pepper here. I've commissioned emotes for Pepper and Dumpling along with some others, so we will have Pepper and Dumpling emotes soon for each of them. Yeah. Oh, she's so cute. She always does this when I stream. She like wants attention. I don't think she knows the concept. I don't think she knows that there's people behind the screen waiting on my every word. There's literally not. There's just you, Sarah. But, you know, I find that, like, I don't know what it is about my stream schedule or like the way that I stream, or I don't know. Oh, there's going to be an ad break in a second. I just realized. But like something's not clicking, and I don't know what. That's kind of what I've been grappling with. Like something is not getting people to watch, and I don't really know why. I'm not like a numbers person. I don't like really care. It's not my job. Twitch streaming isn't my job, I mean. So, but yeah, it's just something I want to try to like figure out. You know what I mean? Because for so long I'm just like, I just coast and I stream to whoever watches, but it would be good to like put a little more oomph into it, you know? Figure out what's going on. But anyways, this probably isn't helping. Just a little kitty nap right in my arms. Oh my gosh. She loves her chin rub. Oh my gosh. She's just like, look at this. I think music production streams usually have more people / lurkers. Yeah. She froze in time. Well, when you say more people / lurkers, I guess that's kind of the crux of the question, right? Are those the same thing? Okay, I'm gonna put her on my lap. Are those the same thing? Because like I feel like lurkers, if you don't chat, then I feel like I'm just streaming to like I don't know. But I've talked about this before, but like when I produce music on stream, oh, my hair's acting up back there. When I produce music on stream, like that's actually one of the more like gets my creative juices flowing types of like situations. When I'm off stream and I'm trying to make music, it's actually like very difficult to concentrate and like be productive. Oh my God, she's looking. Oh, she's biting my arm. Okay, no, we're good. When I'm off stream and I'm trying to make music, it's very difficult actually to get motivated and like not stay distracted, or not get distracted, stay focused. That's what I meant to say. And I find streaming is such a good way to combat that, because I just like make music, and not only do I feel like sort of internally like compelled to do so, like it's like a requirement, you know, not a requirement, but it keeps me on task, basically, just like being live and like broadcasting. And then also just being able to like talk with people. I feel like she wants to climb up again. I think she does. She's doing ab curls in my lap. Oh, she's so cute. I wish you could. I wish I had like a POV camera for Pepper. Can you see her legs? I think you can. Yeah, look at the, just her little like limbs. Just oh Jesus. Here. Oh, this is so funny. Okay. Anyways, ow, 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 ow. Oh, she's okay, it's time to get up. Oh, she's dangerous. She thinks your hand is a tree branch. I think so, yeah. Oh, she bit it pretty bad. It's okay. Anyways, yeah, lurkers are important, but you gotta have chatters too. Something that I want to learn from Carter is how he gets like, oh man, it's like bleeding. Okay, I should probably figure this out. I should probably go clean this up. I want to talk to Carter and figure out like how to retain viewership and like gain a base of viewers that will watch your music production streams. And also, do you have an antibacterial ointment? It's fine. I'll just wash it with like soap and water. I think that should be fine. If it like keeps, okay, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but if it keeps bleeding, I'll probably just put a band-aid on or something. But anyways, yeah, I want to talk to Carter. Okay, once she gets off my lap, I'll go clean it up. I want to talk to Carter about like music production streams, and then like other streams that he does, and like how to like bridge that community, because he's been streaming for so long and doing both. And he's also just like fundamentally like a music producer and streamer, variety streamer. So it would be good to know like sort of what the deal is there, how to like manage that. Because that's the other thing. Like I've had people come in here every now and then who are like into music, and so they dig the music production stuff. But I feel like I'm separately like garnering this audience of you guys who are here. Also, what's going on, Fango? Who are like more like variety interested than like music interested. And I'm not saying, I don't mean that as like a diss. I'm not saying like you guys better be music interested, because I understand, you know, different strokes for different folks, but I don't know. It's something I've always wondered about. Okay, what is this? Bleeding is good because it helps to flush, but there can be some nasty bacteria and cat scratches, so you should put some hydroxide on that. Well, she bit, but also scratched, I think. Actually, I don't know what this blood is from. I'm just gonna stop talking about it. Oh, you can probably see it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it out of frame. It's something you really gotta figure out too, and growing on Twitch is fucking insane. Yeah, it'll be fine either way, but it's good to clean it. Blood is TOS, be careful. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna show it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go clean it. She's on my lap though, so just out of frame. Oh, you can see her on the keyboard. I get like 5 to 15 viewers when I'm doing watch parties. Yeah, my thing is like, I don't know. That's because those are my friends. Yeah, but there are a lot of, okay, she's up. There are a lot of, the last thing I'll say before I wash my hands is there are a lot of things that are probably good stream content, good like watchable content that I just like don't really want to do anyways. So I have to, you know, weigh that as well. like I happily accept, you know, links to videos and stuff to watch, but if I'm not like interested in it, I don't want to like force myself to watch it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Not to sound like I have an ego or anything, but it's more of like a mental hurdle. Like it even applies to like work and stuff, where I'm just like, if there's something I don't want to do, I will just like, it is, people say like pulling teeth or whatever to like, you know, get you to do something. It's beyond that for me. Like it's literally like there's like something in my brain that forces me, or like makes me not be able to be forced to do something. Anyways, I don't know what I'm rambling about now. Yeah, that's fair. At the end of the day, you're the streamer and we're the viewers. Yeah, I want to change things up just a little bit and like figure out how to get you know, how to get people to stick around, basically. And it's hard too, like when you're doing it part-time. That's why one of my New Year's resolutions was I want to stream more frequently. Like I want to try to do 3 a week, 3 streams a week instead of just 2, because Mondays and Thursdays 7 p.m. it's just really tough. But the problem is that's like the only time of the day that I can stream, so I just have to like figure that out, you know. And I don't want to cut too much into like my own personal life, as long as this is just like a side thing that I do for fun. And if it becomes my job at any point, then obviously things will change around here. But one thing I've learned is that people come to your stream to hang out with you. You can't center the stream around the people, if that makes sense. Well, so that's something interesting that I was thinking about as I was going live and doing like my blast off tweets and stuff for this, which by the way, here, let me just spam this. Hold on. Where's the blah, 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 blah. Go live to, oh my god, no one even liked it. Oh, one person liked it. Okay, here. It's just a basic go live tweet, but it is what it is. Yeah, no, this is something I was thinking about when I was going live and doing my blast off stuff, is like, if I just say like I'm live, do people like care? Versus if there's a reason for them to come, that's what I need to like, I feel like I need to focus on, like, why do I want you here, instead of like, I'm live, do with that information what you will. I feel like you gotta tell them what you're doing. Yeah, that was my problem for this stream, is that I don't know what I'm doing. So I just said I'm live. There has to be a plan. Yeah. I also what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I also like am really bad at doing plans and things like that. So yeah, I feel like if there was a more of like a regular format, and I just like forced myself to adhere to the format, because I'm sure there's some days where Hassan wakes up and he doesn't want to do the, you know, personal news and reacts and then blast off and then news and then reacts and then gaming. Like, I'm sure that's like something that he doesn't always want to, I mean, he doesn't always do gaming, but you just gotta, I guess, force yourself to do it. When you don't have anything planned or you don't know what you'll be doing, just say you'll be reacting to stuff and talk. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. That's why I set it to just chatting, because I'm probably not going to do music stuff. I don't know. Also, Fango, I'm here for time guesser, but actually I'm AFK to take care of my mom with COVID. BRB. All right. Here, I'm gonna go. I think I need to go watch this thing. So let me. I don't know what to put here. I'll put on a video of some sort. Also, links are welcome. I think Jimmy Kimmel Live's probably doable, right? I think we can watch this, yeah?
Colonel named Sanders has a man captured the world's imagination through chicken.
Mike Bishop, what's going on? Welcome. This is what I've been figuring out as I started the stream too, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to play this. This is Sean Evans.
People literally have never seen this level of parasocial.
Hey, thank you, Mike Bishop, for the follow. This is Sean Evans on Jimmy Kimmel. So why don't I just play this, and I'm going to go watch my thing, and then we'll check out this. What's this link?
Please say hello to Sean Evans.
World's Most Pick Me Podcast. That's good. I'll do that after. I'll be right back.
Wow, with
Thank
the
you.
Super Bowl coming, this is like chicken wings time to shine, isn't it? This is your...
It really is. It really is.
Your big season, huh?
It all comes down to this.
I can't imagine that there's anyone who hasn't seen your show at this point, but you have a job that, I was thinking about it today, no one else has ever had.
Chicken wing talk show host.
Yeah, chicken wing talk show host, but it's part interview, part hazing ritual, and do all your guests fully know what they're in for?
No, a lot of times it takes them by surprise. And I remember we had Seth Rogen do an episode one time, and after it was done, I think there's this expectation when, you do a show that it's gonna be one way, but afterwards he was like, this is not famous person hot. He had that idea that we'd nerf the wings, because we have celebrities on, but no, it really is like a super messed
Yeah,
up
like
show.
Celebrity Jeopardy isn't real Jeopardy.
Yeah, right.
Because they don't want the celebrities to look
To
like
look dumb.
idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, can I say so? I was just thinking about this. I haven't even seen this video, but I love that for late night people, there's you can choose between who is Jimmy Fallon, I think, is the one who's everyone memes about how he just laughs at everything way too much. He overreacts. And then you have Jimmy Kimmel, who I feel like is just stone-faced, or maybe I missed something, but I just feel like my mental image of the two of them are polar opposites. I just love how you have a choice as a late night viewer, which vibe you want to go with. I don't know. I just find that so funny. Okay, I'm opening this Band-Aid and I'm going to put on a Band-Aid, but off camera. So it's not TOS. I'm pretty sure. Is that how that works? I hope so.
But not our show.
You don't have...
Watch Jimmy Kimmel get so mad at the Costco guys was pretty funny. Wait, Jimmy Kimmel got mad at someone? How does that... That's what I'm saying. How... What? Are you sure that was Jimmy Kimmel and not Jimmy Fallon? Okay, here. Band-Aid is on. Wait, why did he... Oh, shit. Why did he get mad? Okay, I'm trying not to show it. Sorry, Jimmy Fallon. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That... So Jimmy Fallon is the... No, that's exactly my point, though. I always confuse the Jimmys. I always get confused with the Jimmys. Anyways.
that.
No. Oh,
Yeah, no, you don't
There's no
have
learning
that.
curve.
And what I think is the...
Is anyone even interested in watching that? I only put this on because it was the first thing I saw. I don't actually want to watch this. And I needed to step away to wash my hand. Okay, what is this video? This seems more interesting.
Hello and welcome back to...
Actually, no, you know what? We'll do this after we do the games. Let me do the games first. Not really. By all means, tell me if you're down for it or not, because I will... Yeah. Okay. Mini crossword. 3, 2, 1, boom. Like a dry clean shirt. I don't know. Weapon used on horseback. No, one of Oscar. Movie doll's responsibility. Stunt. The blue marble earth. In the ballpark, close. Someone who might Rasta. Run up. What is that? I don't know. Meager, scant. Capital Perth. Crisp. Incur. There we go. Okay, cool. What was that? 34 seconds? Not bad. Not bad. I did one the other day that was 16 seconds or something crazy. I literally just went boom, 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 boom. It was wild. I wonder, is there a way that I can show that one? Let me see. I'm gonna look for it. The mini. Wait, can you not see the past minis? Oh man. Okay. Whatever. It was really sick though. All right, we're doing time guesser. Van Gogh. Dink donk, dink donk. We're doing time guesser. Okay. Okay, is this just Vietnam? Somewhere? Somewhere in Vietnam. Let's see. Oop. Do I just go with the biggest city? Oh, it could be Hanoi. Okay, let's look for clues. I don't know anything about the language. Shining Star International Kindergarten. Shining Star International Kindergarten. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. Trying to look for other clues here. Yeah, I don't know. There's like some pretty tall buildings over here and what looks like a pretty large bridge. So I guess we can look for something like that. Let's look here. No, it's gonna be pretty urban. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not there. Okay, what are like the neighborhood names? Oh, it's all like wards and districts. Interesting. Okay. Let's check Hanoi. I mean, no, I don't think there's like a big like road. Because what is it? This is like some sort of parade, it looks like, or no, not. I guess this is probably just normal traffic. It's just interspersed. I'm not used to seeing interspersed traffic. Okay. I have no idea. So I'm gonna go with. I say we just go Ho Chi Minh City and we just say here. I don't know. This looks like it could be. Oh my god, is this it? Wait. This might actually be it. Hold up. Okay, I might have just accidentally stumbled on the exact location. I guess it would be on this corner. What year? Probably, what iPhone is this? iPhone 6 Plus, looks like. 6 or 6S. So that's gonna be 20... Oh, 20... Wait, okay. 4S 2011. 5 2012, 5S 2013, 6 2014, 6S 2015. So it's probably going to be 2016 or later. What phone is that? I don't know. Any other phones? I'm just going to go 2016. 2019. Ah, shit. Okay, that wasn't anywhere near. I literally, it sort of looked like it could be. But, okay, it was in Hanoi. Damn, I mean, I was never gonna get this. This is my way of coping whenever I see something that's just, like, way off. I'm just like, I was never gonna get that. Policemen keeping watch during the summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Hanoi, Vietnam. That person didn't upgrade their phone? No, I mean, it's only 3 years off. That's not that bad. And realistically, they get released in October anyways, so... 2017 is like the first year that they're mostly available, and then yeah, I mean, it's excusable is what I'll say. Year 4600 out of 5000, location 2929. Yeah, I was pretty far off on that. Okay, next round. All right. Masonic Temple, Daily Bread Shop, the Southern County Bank of Anaheim. Well, okay. That is very obvious then. Commercial and savings. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely just Anaheim. Ooh, is there like a year scribbled on this? It almost looks like it says 1934. Should I do that? Should I do 1934? I kind of saw 1934 there. I mean, Masonic Temple. I don't know where the fuck that's gonna be. Anaheim. Okay, let me open it up. I think usually if you go like right on where the name, so this is a strategy. Okay, everyone, strategy alert, strategy alert. When you're out zoomed out like this, usually where the name is like over is usually over the city hall of the given city. But it's also a good way to tell. Actually, no, I guess it's not in this case, right? It's a good way to tell where like the city center is, because usually that's like where the name is going to be. So look, you can see here. Okay, look. Actually, yeah, no, that's not true, because Los Angeles, if you zoom in, oh no, it is over the city hall. Wait, so okay, let me check the other one, because yeah, look, Los Angeles. See, here is like the name. Once you zoom in, you can't see it anymore, but it's like located basically centered over the city hall. So let me see the Anaheim one. Normally it's, oh, maybe the Anaheim Heritage Center or something. Okay, whatever. Oh, here, City of Anaheim. There we go. So it's a good way to just sort of like, if you've never been to a city before, you can just sort of like zoom in and see at a glance. Yeah, all that to say that just that's a good way to tell. This building is probably somewhere around here, I would think. Postal Service, Credit Union, County Bank. Okay. I'm gonna guess. This is a tough one. I'm just gonna guess at this intersection. It's probably not, but I'm just gonna guess it. 1934. Send it. 1936. Holy shit! Why was it so far away? Oh man, that was a real misdirection there. Okay, a crowd gathering on a street in El Monte, California, after a robbery at the Southern County Bank. 2 bandits and 2 officers were shot during the ordeal. Okay, how is anyone going to get that? I guess the Masonic Temple, if that's still a thing, that might have been a giveaway, if you like specifically know about that. But there's literally no other tells that this is in El Monte. Yes, it's usually in downtown area. By the way, on first one you can 5K because the street names are in the shot. Yeah, I know the street names are in the shot, but I couldn't tell what I wasn't gonna go hunting for street names. Anyways, that was not too bad, all things considered. I was 2 years off. I thought that was a 34, maybe it was 36. Bank says El Monte on it? Wait, where? Oh, El Monte oh my god. I thought maybe that was like a street name or something. What is the Southern County Bank of Anaheim doing in El Monte? That's what I want to know. I guess that's a common thing for like local banks to just have branches in like other cities. Okay, anyways, 9584 is not too bad. I'll take it. We move on. Sky Perfect TV. Okay. Where are we? I mean, is this just Japan somewhere? What is this brand? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really what I'm looking at. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go Japan. I guess just Tokyo. God, I'm so predictable. Just going to whatever random. I don't even know like which part of Tokyo this would be in. You know what I mean? I think at one point I was looking around here and it was like somewhere like over here about there was like a maybe it's here. I don't know. I'm going for a random guess here. As for the year, I'm gonna go 1995. 1998. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sure this is like a famous thing, but I don't know. Actually, is it? Maybe it's not. This is like a crazy detailed map. That's wild. What is Bank of America doing in California? Should only be in Washington, D.C. Okay, that's not a good... That's still America. Like, what do you mean Bank of America should be... I got the year bad on this one. Should have known it from the styles. Yeah. A view of a waiting area in Tokyo Station, Japan in the late 90s. I think 1995 was probably too early for this TV tech, so I probably should have guessed a little bit later. But I didn't want to guess too late because it definitely isn't like 2000s. You know what I mean? Like this definitely looks 90s. Anyways, 9513 actually is not too bad. I will take that. We'll go next round. Okay, this is going to be an obvious one. At least for the location. I don't know about the year. Okay, this is... Wait, where's Big Ben again? Is this Big Ben? I can't remember. It says Elizabeth Tower. Did they rename it? Okay, no, this is definitely it. Okay. No one judge me. I don't know anything. Okay. Oh man, the thing with this is it's always hard to get like the location right. I'm gonna guess right here. I'm probably a few feet off. As for the year, going off the cars, I don't know who this person is. Is this like royalty or something? I just have no idea. Going off the cars, 1962. Those are some pretty old cars. (1964). 1973. What the hell? Why do they have such old cars? Marie Jimenez, a Hungarian fashion model posing on Westminster Bridge. Why do those cars look so old? I'm not crazy, right? Those are 70s cars? This one looks like a 50s car. I guess that's not too crazy. That's like people today driving like 2000s cars, which people definitely do. Oh, also there's an ad starting soon. Sorry, just noticed. Here's the ad right now. Front one is 70s. Yeah, you're right, I guess, looking at it now. But like this looks like, yeah, I don't know. Oh well, 7,500 on that. I whiffed the year. Damn, that was such a lock too. Yeah, see what I mean? Look at the location here. Look. I guessed here and it's 5.6 meters from the correct location. How the fuck was I supposed to know that? Anyways, I got 5,000 points for the location, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so this is probably the Louvre, right? It probably says on the headphones. Whole lot of digital cameras, point and shoots. So that tells something. Yeah, I think this is just the Louvre. The Louvre. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Okay. Where is Le Louvre? I actually don't know like my way around it. So I have to figure out. They have a map, which is helpful, I think. You know, sometimes the Apple Maps have like the point like right on where the right where the paintings are. So I want to see if that's here. Like the Mona Lisa or something, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm literally just going for gold here. But yeah, I don't know. It's not in that thing, is it? I wish I could tell where they are from the... Oh, man. Okay, let me look here and see if it's obvious. Okay, there is a line, so maybe it's like underground or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it right there. Okay, so year, got an old sort of audio tour thing. The cameras. I mean, when were cameras a big thing? It was like 2004. Let me look at the styles a little bit more here. I'm gonna go 2005. 2009? What the... Also, okay, apparently it was in here. Why? Like, 2009, you had the iPhone... Yeah, I guess cameras weren't that good in 2009. Phone cameras, I'm thinking. Oh, man. That's crazy, though. This does not look like 2009 to me. When were cameras a big thing? Okay, you know what I mean, like digital cameras, point and shoots. Because these point and shoots were only a thing from like 2005 to like 2008. I feel like after that they weren't a thing. So that's why I was surprised. Anyways, location 4998, year 4300. Oh, that was the last one. Okay, final score. I'm always caught off guard by what round I'm on. We got 43,424 out of 50K. I'm doing a lot better. Looking at the map, I'm doing a lot better at avoiding like major whiffs. I don't know if it's just like that the rounds are getting easier and sometimes they're just really hard. But like I have like the Vietnam one, like I clocked that. It was Vietnam, it was just the wrong part. And like everything else was like right there, you know what I mean? This was a pretty easy one, I have to admit. Like the Big Ben and stuff like that was pretty simple. And the Louvre. Okay, how do you pronounce that? How to pronounce the Louvre?
Yes. So how do you go about pronouncing this with the typical French pronunciation? Louvre. Le Musée du Louvre. But in English or American, it'd be fine to say Louvre Museum.
The Louvre.
Museum. In French, Le Louvre.
Le Louvre. Okay. I don't know why I just didn't want to seem like a stupid American, which I already have presented myself as. Today was definitely an easy location day. I noticed a low deviation of scores from the people I saw. Every French word you have to pronounce in the back of your throat. Swallow the letters, yeah. Anyways, leaderboard, let's see. You probably beat me by a few, right? Oh my god, I was like 500 points away. That's crazy. I think if I had guessed a couple of the like years and things better, I probably would have beat you. That's wild. All right. Well, we move on. We go to Betweenal. Let me try just music. Let's start with that. Nice halfway point. Okay, so it's gonna be probably somewhere from N to Z. It's probably gonna be like views. No, okay. Usual. Let's try that. Nope. Okay. Let's try Turns. Ooh, that's really close. Okay. T-U... Okay, so it's not turns. Turnt? No, I think if it was that close, it would only be like 0.01. Turn... Turo... Terp... Turf... Just like... Okay, so it's not T-U-R. T-U-S? Tusks? Okay. T-U-T. T-U-V. Tuxedo is too many letters. I think it's not. I think it starts with U. Although I don't know. I don't know what word this would be. Maybe it does start with T. Tusks. Tusky? Is that a word? No. Okay, so it's... I don't know why I tried that. Tusky... Is that a word? Like, is there a word that I'm missing that starts with T-U-T? Tutti? That's a word. It's between Tusky and Tutti? Oh my god. Okay. T-U-T... Tutor? Oh my god. Okay. We got it. 8 out of 14. Nice. Alright. Time for Bandle, my favorite part. Let's turn this volume up. Boom. Okay. Released in 2015, YouTube views 746 million. Difficulty easy. Released in 2015. What was in 2015? It's not going to be like Sorry by Justin Bieber. It's not going to be like Let Me Love You. Those are going to be way more views, I think. Oh, let's look at the instruments. Okay, drums, sound effect and bass, electric guitar 1, 2, brass ensemble, piano and strings, backing vocals, voice cover 1 and 2. Is this going to be like Bruno Mars? It's going to be like Uptown Funk or something. Oh, it's Meghan Trainor. I was going to say all about that bass. Oh, okay, I know. Wait. Oh, here. Yeah, Marvin Gaye. This is Charlie Puth's song. Okay. Well, that wasn't very satisfying. I didn't want it to be that song. I don't have any feelings towards this song. I just don't really know it. Okay, let's listen to it. Yeah, I just, you know. Okay, anyways. KK Slider cover. It's a whatever song. Also, I love Marv G. This is such a funny, this This is literally like a Severance joke. Because it's like Mark S. and Helly R. and Irving B. Dylan G. Oh man, I'm so like Severance pilled. Okay. Anyways, let's watch this Jarvis Johnson video. Why not? Also, I want to watch some stuff about DeepSeek because I want to show you guys. I forgot to mention this in the intro, but yesterday I installed this thing called Ollama, and it's really cool. It's just like this app that you just download, and then you run in the terminal. It's just like Ollama run DeepSeek R1. And it's like there's a name for it. Yeah, Ollama run DeepSeek-R1, and it just like downloads the model and runs it like on your computer, like local everything, which I think is just like so cool. I didn't really get the appeal before this because there wasn't really like a good like compelling model that you could run, and I'm not like an AI guy. I sit here on the thing. Here, let me just show you. I built like there's like a open web UI thing that you can do that like uses it. Okay, I'm definitely going to drop frames if I even like ask it anything right now, but let me see if I can pull up like a history or something that I asked it. This was pretty funny. So I gave it access to the internet through like a separate thing that you can with this open web UI. This is all local, but it uses like local anonymized web searches and then like passes that so it doesn't even like, it's not the model like accessing the internet. It's like the internet just like being accessed by like a thing, like totally local code, and then it just like scrapes it and gives it as context to the model behind the scenes, which I think is so cool because it's literally what ChatGPT does. Anyways, my whole thing is like I don't really have a use case for LLMs for the most part, so I'm just like trying to figure out things to test it with. And I say like, you have access to the internet, who's the current president of the USA, and it searches 3 sites. Okay, 2024 United States presidential election, president of the United States, the president of the United States, which says Donald Trump, and then it says based on the provided. So I need to add something. This Llama model is a meta thing, and I think it was last updated like 5 months ago, something like that. So before the election. So it got it wrong. Exactly. Based on the provided context, it appears that Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States. The information in this Wikipedia article suggests that he was defeated by Joe Biden in the 2020 election and lost his re-election bid in the 2024 presidential election to a different candidate. However, according to the information from the 2024 presidential election article, Donald Trump was indeed the president of the United States until his defeat. So it got it right after all? No, it didn't. I don't even, it's just like it's blabbering and I have no idea what it means. But I felt confident in running these experiments because it doesn't use like a gallon's worth of water per query, since it's running on my Mac Mini. Like, I wish I could show you guys my Mac Mini. It's literally just sitting there, and it's like a tiny little thing like this, and this thing runs at like 20 tokens per second. Like here, if I do this, let me see which party controls the Senate as of January 30th, 25. Use internet search context. And I'll do this. Let's see if this works. My GPU is already maxing out. Let me see if I drop frames. Okay, no drop frames. I think it manages it properly. But yeah, this is all local, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like running on my Mac right now. So it knows what to search for. US presidential election 2024 results and current president. I don't know why it's searching for that. He was never president, but at least it's right to say that he is. Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Oh, man. But that's what... I don't know. It says that he was defeated by Joe Biden in the 2020 election and lost his re-election bid in 2024, but he was president until his defeat in 2024. but he was defeated by Joe Biden. But P.S. You should read The Heat. I've been putting out. I had some bangers yesterday. Oh, okay, I will. AI model is addicted to reality TV, I guess. Anyways, okay, it says network problem, but that's just because it's like taking its time. Eventually it'll come. What I was gonna say is it's really fast. Like the Llama and the DeepSeek models are really fast. So on ChatGPT, if you search ChatGPT, or if you go on ChatGPT and you like give it a prompt, it'll respond at like, look at this. This is all local. Look at that. Anyways, unfortunately, I don't have information about the current composition of the Senate as of January 30th, 2025. Provide context, however, based on my general knowledge, I can tell that the context does not provide any specific information about the party controlling the Senate as of... What? Okay, whatever. As you can see, it's not useful. And I don't really have a use for it, even if it was accurate. But I still think it's cool that you can run it locally, and you can do the DeepSeek. Here, I have the DeepSeek one here. I'm not going to do it because it has to reload the model into memory and all that stuff, and it takes some time. But the DeepSeek one is really cool because you can literally. I asked it to write the lyrics to an electronic song, "Avoid being cheesy and corny," and it shows you its thought process, which I think is the coolest part, because this is something that ChatGPT doesn't show you, and this was the only one that was. This is the only other model that uses reasoning. So I love how it always starts out by saying, okay, or all right. So I need to write some simple blah, blah, blah. The example provided by the assistant was pretty good, but let's see if I can come up with something different. First, I should think about themes that are common. Okay, anyways, it just talks it through. I think it's cool, but it also just feels like it's a contrived way of getting better results from AI. They basically brute forced it into just being in the instructions, just be think about this. That's what it feels like they did. But it's still neat. These lyrics are garbage, so I'm obviously not going to use them. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, it also got I gave it access to the internet again, and it got the characters completely wrong. This is funny because it clearly, so this one, it didn't use the internet at all. This is a Llama. This isn't DeepSeek. It didn't use the internet at all for this, but so it has this information to know that Severance, all this stuff, but it literally got the characters wrong. So Adam Scott as Mark Scout, that's correct. Zoe Kravitz as Helly Riggs is not correct. Jenna Fisher as Burt Goodman. Why would Jenna Fisher be a male character? Anyways, that's also wrong. Tremel Tillman, he's in the show, as Irving Bear. That's not his character. John Turturro as Dylan. John Turturro is in the show. Dylan is not his character, but that's another character. So it just got it completely wrong. And then I asked it, I gave it, then I asked DeepSeek about it, and it also got it wrong. And yeah, it just, this whole thing is just completely wrong head to toe. But anyways, I just thought that was funny. I wanted to show that. But I think it's cool that you can run this stuff on a computer. So I don't know. That was my little tangent. It's really funny because this is continuing on that tangent, but I told my dad about this, or I talked to my dad about it. I was like, did you hear about all this stuff with DeepSeek and tech stocks are crashing and all this stuff? And he was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Keep in mind, he's 60. He's like, I don't know enough about it. But I distrust anything coming from China. They collect all your data, blah, 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 CCP, blah, blah, blah. I'm just first of all, do you understand that OpenAI also collects data in their privacy policy? And he's like, yeah, but that's OpenAI. That's not the CCP. The CCP is collecting data on Americans and stuff. And I'm like, first of all, yes, I'm sure they do collect the data, but I think data collection is bad. I agree. I just have a consistent standard for it, and I'm not doing the Red Scare shit about well, data collection is only bad when it's the CCP. When it's a private corporation, that's totally fine. Okay. I'm not like that. So I at least have consistency in data collection being bad. But the difference is that OpenAI is literally not open. It's literally not the thing that their name is. Like you can't run it without going through their servers. So I explained to him, I was like, DeepSeek is so massive and monumental because you get GPT-like performance, ChatGPT-like performance for less processing power. It's more efficient to train all this stuff, and it can be run locally, and it's open source. So there's no telemetry in it because the code has been poured over, and you can run it locally on a box in a closet somewhere that's never connected to the internet, and no one knows anything about it. And it's just all self-contained. And he was like, I wouldn't be so sure about that. The CCP works in mysterious ways, blah, blah, blah. Like they have technology we don't know about yet. I'm like, what? Like, I'm telling you, my father, about how the technology works. And he admittedly asks me for tech support all the time, doesn't know how the technology works. I'm telling him, like, no, like it does not collect your data if you use it locally. If you use their web portal thing, yes. But if you download it and run it locally, there is no way for them to collect data. Impossible. And he's just like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm having this conversation about like a subject that it's the same thing with like electric cars. Like, I'll talk to him about electric cars and he'll be like, yeah, but it's this and that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyways, my dad is over 80 and was just providing tech support a few minutes ago. DeepSeek is also open source. OpenAI isn't. Exactly. It's hilarious because OpenAI is run by a nonprofit but isn't open, and DeepSeek is owned by a hedge fund and is open source. Yeah. Build a Faraday cage around the computer. No, seriously, that's what I'm like. I'm trying to tell him, like, and the way that I have it set up on my end is it's running locally on my Mac through a closed port that only speaks to the web interface that runs on my server. So literally, and the server is closed off to the internet. Everything that isn't one of my IP addresses, it's just shut off. So I'm like, there is literally no way, no possible way for this thing to like phone home. And even if it was possible, it's not in the code. And even if it was in the code and it was just obscured and no one found it yet, like, I don't know. It's just like, I could unplug the Ethernet port and it would still work. The fact that it can still work is proof that it doesn't use internet, I guess is my point. Because if you unplugged it and it couldn't work, then that would be an immediate tell that it, you could use something like Little Snitch and block the app's access to the internet. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it already doesn't have internet access by virtue of the way I set it up. But anyways, there's a cult of ignorance in the United States, and there always has been. This is an Isaac Asimov quote. I was like, why are you suddenly capitalizing things? The strain of anti-intellectualism has been a constant thread winding its way through our political and cultural life, nurtured by the false notion that democracy means that my ignorance is just as good as your knowledge. No, that's the thing. That's what Hassan has always talked about, is like, Americans are so entitled because they literally think that, like, I have a thought and an opinion and something to say, and by virtue of being an American, that means that I'm automatically like valid and have to be heard out. And like, if you correct me or like say that, like, you don't want to listen to me, like, that's actually an attack on my free speech or whatever, or like my rights. And it's like, no, like, there's still a thing called being wrong, like objectively wrong about something. Like, you don't get to just be like, I disagree. And like, because I disagree and I'm a person and I'm an American, like, my opinion is just as valid as yours. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. The comments the comments on my articles have actually been excellent, but there were a couple morons, as always. One dude just goes in on me with this nasty attack. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but he calls me Fred, and I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, when you can read a byline, we can have a discussion. And he gets on me for being mean to oh my god. Yeah, he probably views it as like, you're supposed to be the non-mean one. I'm allowed to be the mean one because I'm like the reader and I'm the commenter on the internet. But like, if you also want to be a commenter on the internet, like, you have to be held to a higher standard because you're the writer. And that's like just ridiculous. It's your job. You need to be nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's like a distillation of like care and behavior and stuff like that. Anyways, okay. We're going to watch this Jarvis Johnson video because I don't really have anything else to do on stream. So here we go. The world's most pick me podcast. Wait, what is this? Okay. It looks like it has like TikTok clips and okay. Play
Hello.
Balatro on stream. I don't understand what Balatro is. What is Balatro? Poker themed roguelike deck building. None of those words make sense to me. Everyone says roguelike. I don't know what that is. What is a roguelike deck building game? Hybrid genre of video games that combines the nature of deck building card games with procedural generated randomness from roguelike games. That doesn't explain it. Roguelike is a style of role-playing game traditionally characterized by a dungeon crawl through procedurally generated levels, turn-based. Dungeons and I don't know any of this stuff. Like I don't know any of this. I don't understand. How do you make that into a card game? I don't get it. Why poker? What does poker have to do with it? I can explain. Like I don't there was a Twitter meme that's like every screenshot of Balatro is just like, oh wait, shit, I have to find it. Hold on. Okay, well, this isn't it, but like, this is like, what is this? I don't know what I'm looking at. Do you know what I mean? Like most games, you can like tell what you're looking at. Bro isn't answering Discord call. Okay. Oh, well, I don't have Discord open on my desktop. Okay. Do you want to do a Discord call? We're bringing a chatter in. We're bringing a chatter in for a video for a voice call. Here. Do you want me to call you? I'll call. Oh, but my mic doesn't work. Yeah, wait. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, my mic doesn't work through Discord because it's like a whatever. Anyways, okay. Explain what I'm looking at.
Okay, well, we're gonna explain what a roguelike is. Okay.
Okay.
So, Rogue was the first game you showed a picture of a bunch of text. And that game is called Rogue, and it was made to run on like terminals and stuff.
Okay.
Like the 1970s or something.
Okay, this thing.
Yeah, that right there. So that was made to run and it's a dungeon crawler. So what the big conceit of this game is that every time you start it up, it creates a random dungeon that you have to run around in, and you can get gear and you can kill monsters, and you delve deeper and deeper, and you have to get to the end and you kill the Balrog, which is the big enemy.
So it's like Legend of Zelda? Is that a bad comparison?
No, Legend of Zelda is so that's an important question.
Okay.
The difference between this and the Legend of Zelda is that a rogue-like game uses procedural generation to build the levels. So this game, Rogue, originally kind of came up with the idea of building levels randomly and then giving you like a random world to go through. Legend of Zelda, they design the levels ahead of time, so it's an actual, it's built out already.
They were doing procedural generation in 1980. How the hell? I mean, I guess it's just text, but
yeah, it's pretty basic. By the way, I can hear you, but your mic sounds horrible.
Oh yeah, that's why I was warning you. It's going through my phone. Anyways, continue.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Anyway, so that's Rogue. Now, there have been a number of other games like this that are procedural dungeon crawlers. I forget all their names, but some of them are like, you've got Angband, I think, Dungeons Dreadmore, NetHack. There's one called Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup these days, and there's a bunch of games that do this that have a random dungeon. And those are like sort of true roguelikes in that they create a random dungeon, you run around, it's a dungeon crawler, all that stuff.
Okay.
But people came up with sort of a meta genre. Roguelike isn't really its own genre. It's like a meta genre
Okay.
where any game that has procedurally generated levels and permadeath. So that's the other thing about Rogue, is that when you die, you start off at the beginning. So a lot of games, when you die, you go back to a save point,
Yeah.
or you reload at the last checkpoint or something like that. In Rogue, when you die, you start off, you have a whole new dungeon, you have no gear, anything like that. Okay, so the two sort of key points of a roguelike these days is to have procedural generation and permadeath, which means that each time you start a run, you start over at the beginning. And I forget what the first like kind of roguelike game was, but some of the early ones are FTL, which is a great game. And there's Slay the Spire. There's a bunch of them out there, and they all have different types of games. Slay the Spire is a deck builder. FTL is like a space strategy thing. So they're all completely different like genres, completely different styles of game, but they're all brought together by this sort of meta genre of the roguelike. And then on top of that, there's another thing called a roguelite with a T instead of a K.
I was gonna say I thought I heard about.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I thought I remembered like hearing roguelike and roguelite, and I was just like, what?
Yeah. So roguelite is any game that you have unlocks in between the runs. So something like Hades, where you which is also an excellent game. You play the game and you get stronger. Like you gain more stats in between the runs, so that further runs get easier and you can go deeper into the game. So those are the two differences. You've got roguelikes that have no inter-run progression, and you have roguelites that have inter-run progression. And then you have games that are actually like Rogue, which are the dungeon crawlers and stuff. Now, that's all of that.
Okay.
Then there's roguelike deck builders, which sort of Slay the Spire kind of define that genre. That's great. Then
Slay the Spire.
Balatro is a roguelike deck builder that's based in poker, and the goal is to get really big numbers, basically. And you have to keep getting bigger and bigger numbers every time you go to a new level. You start off, you get a certain amount of points for each, a certain amount of chips for each hand that you play, and the harder the hand, the more chips you get. And then you also get these things called jokers that add special abilities. And you can also get different additions on your card, and you can get seals on your card that give them extra special abilities. So this is like the very beginning of the game here, and you're playing a flush, which will give you, what's that, 70 times 4, 200. And then you add up the chip. Usually a flush at the beginning of the game gives you around 300 points. But by the end of the game, you can get all these bonuses that pile on top of each other to the point where you can get, 100 billion chips. My highest hand was 1 times 10, 1 point something something times 10 to the 26th. So the numbers get really big and fun. But that's basically it. Is you just play poker. You find combinations with these jokers that give you bonuses. That one on the screen is popcorn, which gives you a plus 20 mult. So every time you play a hand, it gives you an extra 20 times as many points. And then you try to collect these jokers and buy things in between the runs. And that's it. It's fun. I like it. A lot of people like it. If you're not into games, you may not like it. But
I want to defend my honor here. I am into games. I don't know if I'm into.
You're into a game.
Well, that's partially true. No, multiple. Just currently one, but in general, multiple.
A game, and it's the worst game ever made.
My problem is that I'm not into poker, so I don't know. I feel like this is like.
I hate poker. Oh,
and you like Balatro?
Because it's a silly game. It's a fun game with silly numbers. But it's a roguelike. Honestly, it's really weird because roguelikes, there's such a wide variety of gameplay styles. And yet somehow I still like all of them, even though they're all completely different types of games. because there's something about the progression of like you do something, you get a little bit better, you get a little bit better. There's random things that you're gambling on, sort of. There's something about it that I think
I see.
gets people's.
Okay, so to clarify, there is like a gambling element, not like literally gambling, but like there is like that like paradigm.
There's randomness. It's not really gambling. You're not like betting money, but there is randomness in what kind of benefits you get, what kind of jokers you pull, and things like that.
Okay, so it's it's one of those things where you have to like evaluate whether you want to like take your chances or like go with what you have, or like roll for something.
Yeah,
okay,
there's some luck, there's some skill. That's kind of a lot of roguelikes. There's luck because the thing is everything's randomly generated, so you may not get the thing that you want to get.
Right. Okay. I think it sort of makes sense to me. I think my biggest, like, the thing that I don't understand about it is like what makes it, I guess what makes it addicting. Because like to me it just looks like it's like, I don't know, it looks like a like solitaire. It looks like I'm playing Spider Solitaire. Yeah, with like extra things on the side.
Except the numbers go big and the numbers light on fire and
the numbers
cards go click click on screen.
Oh my god, it's like what's that? Like Cookie Clicker. Do you know that game? Or like the various games like that, like farming and whatever.
They just came out with a new version of that.
Cookie Clicker?
There.
Stimulation. What is this? This Neil.fun guy, he's the guy who did the Infinite Craft or whatever, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of good browser games.
Yeah.
This is just Cookie Clicker, except instead of cookies, you're getting ridiculous zoomer stimulation.
Stimulation per second. That's so funny. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is funny. All right, well, I will consider Balatro. Is it even available for Mac? Oh yeah, Mac OS.
It's available on everything.
Okay, this is one of
most people have bought this game 3 times.
Like on 3 different platforms.
Yeah, like everyone has it on Switch and phone and on whatever other platform they play when they're sitting down.
I will say this and Marvel Rivals I know are like the current like talk of the town, and Marvel Rivals is not available on Mac, so I might be forced to do this if I want to get viewers.
Yeah. The thing is, it's a fun it's a fun game. It's addictive. Everybody has played it, and most people, what you do is you play it, and then you wake up and like blink your eyes, and it's 3 days later, and you're like, "What happened?"
Is it one of those games where like you play it for so long that you like go to sleep, and as you're trying to fall asleep, your brain is like playing it in your head? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, and then the first thing you do when you wake up is play more Balatro.
Okay, well, I likely will not be going that far, but.
Yeah, you basically burn a weekend on this game, and then you calm down a little bit.
Okay, maybe I should put it off till next weekend then, after my my new song is released.
Reasonable.
All right, well, I don't even know if anyone's still here, but regardless, it was good to learn about Balatro from someone, because I feel like if I just like looked up what is Balatro, I mean, that's exactly what I did, and I have no idea what I'm reading.
The roguelike thing is hard. Like, the reason I was like, I have to call is because I can't type this shit out.
Yeah. Well, there's like 4 layers. When you're on Wikipedia, and it says Balatro is a poker-themed roguelike deck building game. And you click roguelike deck building game, and it's all one link. And then it says roguelike, and then you click that, and then it's like... It's like those like dictionary definitions where it uses like some other word that you don't know in the definition, and then you're like, well, now I have to look that one.
Yep.
So anyways.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm going to get back to, I guess the YouTube video.
All right.
But
cheers.
All right. See ya. Okay, everyone. If there isn't everyone, that was Fango Lives on a Discord call explaining Balatro to me. So I'm going to change the title back. Oh shit, what was it? What was my title? I think it was this. There we go. All right, well, that was informative. I did learn things. I think my biggest thing is just that I'm not a poker, blackjack, anything like that. I don't particularly care for. But we'll see. I wonder if is this something that like you could theoretically make into like an actual card game? Like you could play Balatro with like a little like calculator or something on the side, or is that kind of the point? Is that it's like so integrated that you just play it on the app? I'm not a fan of those, but I do like other card games. There is a calculator mod. Wait, what do you mean a calculator mod? Like someone ported it to like a TI-84 or something? Anyways, oh, you have to calculate how many points you'll get in your head. Oh, interesting. But there's a mod that'll calculate it for you. Oh, I see. Oh, so in the normal game, you have to calculate how many points you'll get in your head. But there's a... Okay, I see. That sounds like that kind of ruins, like, the fun of it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's, like, lowering the bar for, like, skill. I don't know. It's like a cheat mod. But anyways, okay. I'll keep stimulation clicker up just in case. The dev does too. Oh. All right, let's watch it.
Hello and welcome back.
Actually, I'm going to order food, by the way. But I'll let this play for a second.
Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free, but if you're watching this, you're premium. And there are too many podcasts. We all know this. I have a podcast. Get it out of here. Delete it. Trash bin, except for all of them. Mention, have microphones, yada, yada. You've been on the internet as well. They won't stop multiplying. And so a guy with a podcast is going to talk about two other guys with a podcast today because I found a really good one. It's the best podcast I've ever seen. And I'm lying. It's called Not So PG Podcast. The Not So PG Podcast, which by the way is not PG. So don't tell your parents about this one because they get a little nasty. Some of the topics discussed in today's episode will be sexual in nature. I know if maybe that makes you uncomfortable or maybe you're too young. Go away. I'm not here to have the birds and you should not be getting the birds and the bees talk from YouTuber and podcaster, notably not model Jarvis Johnson. So I'll catch you next time. It's hosted by someone named Peter Vigilante. Huge TikToker, hot boy is his vibe. He's got the beautiful AI generated profile picture. He's an actor, a podcaster. He's also a television. He's a multi-hyphenate. Not a lot of people are doing it like Peter, and that's why he's on the run. I don't actually know what his regular content is like, but So
apparently if you cover your left eye and look up, it turns off the part of your brain that creates anxiety.
Okay. He's also a scientist and a psychologist and a mental health expert and a TV. So no one's really doing it like Peter. Okay. No anxiety. Wow. I suddenly am healed. This is awesome. I'm going to call my insurance and cancel.
And they say to add a little bit of breathing. It just relax here. And I feel quite calm.
Wow, thanks, Peter. Add a little bit of breathing, which is you always got to sprinkle a little bit of breathing into whatever you do so that you live to continue doing the thing that you're doing. But this is Peter's vibe. Obviously, he's a genius. We're going to be focusing on the podcast today, but I wanted to give you just a little bit of a primer on Big PV. The podcast that introduced me to the Not So PG podcast with PV, when he had a guest on that I was familiar with by the name of Garrett Nolan. If you Google him, he's an American model, social media personality, best known for his content on TikTok. I'm still in contact with the Wikipedia people to see how I can get American model added to my Wikipedia because that's really cool. He's done like lots of fun pick me boyfriend type content, 15 million followers. He does like acting where he's like perfect and amazing at it.
My family is broken.
You get it. I didn't know he had this here.
Light me up inside like the 4th of July.
Sorry, I don't have time. I don't have time to open this chapter. I don't know what I just walked into. I just know I'm from guys raised by their mom, guys raised by their dad. But like, go off, Peter. You contain multitudes. They had a clip go viral from the podcast that they did together, and that's where we're gonna start things today.
Would you not sleep with a girl just because she's on her period? Like, would you be like,
I'd be excited about the situation, actually.
I have a podcast with my good friend Jordan Adika, and this conversation has never come up for us. So I am wondering like what led to this discussion. But the question on the table is: would you sleep with a girl who's on her period, or would you? Be
I don't know if
I like how
I don't know if I like care, not care. I don't know if this is like my my cup of tea. I'm gonna be honest. Jarvis Johnson, love him, but I don't know if this particular topic is something that I'm interested in watching. But okay, I'm ordering some stuff here. Let me see. I'm getting Taco Bell. Anyways, let's see. Let's watch this.
OpenAI and its battle with DeepSeek R1 has been hilarious. I think.
Okay. I think this is a good video. I was watching him earlier. The Primetime Primogen. He's like a tech guy, but he content creator, streamer, coder, whatever, programmer, and he has hot takes on stuff. So let's listen to his hot take on OpenAI is actually terrible. I assume it's about OpenAI suing DeepSeek, or not suing, but saying like, oh, DeepSeek trained on our, stole our training or whatever.
So dang funny that they actually believe they have a case here, that they're actually saying how bad it is. They're like, excuse me, we have a terms of service in which states, might I add you, that distillation for commercial uses, no thank you. That's illegal. That should be absolutely illegal. Terrible, terrible. And then you sit there and you realize, and you go, well, wait a second. Didn't you train on a bunch of GPL licensed code? Didn't you just scour GitHub, probably breaking hundreds of different licenses? I don't see you open source. I don't see you doing any of that. Wait a second. Didn't you take a whole bunch of images that were likely not really available with the licensing? Weird. Didn't you also take from Twitter, which Twitter does say that your posts are available for Twitter? I don't remember Twitter saying anything that your posts are available for other third-party services for them to be able to train and take every piece of data and be able to use it to build their own stuff to be able to, create money. So it's kind of weird that you, the person who has broken TOS and licenses consistently, feels that you're being cheated by having your license broken. It almost feels like we don't even have a word in English that describes the hilariousness of this situation. This might actually be the most perfect description of OpenAI.
Wait, what is this? Oh, stolen data, OpenAI, ChatGPT. And then the other cat, DeepSeek, comes up and just fishes in their bucket.
Have ever seen in my entire lifetime.
Oh my God.
It is actually pretty awful what they're doing. All right, let's see. Hold on. Oh, I did not see this. Okay, hold on. Let's just read this because I don't quite understand the copyright part. So let's just look at the copyright. Today, the U.S. Copyright Office.
I feel like no one understands copyright. It's kind of wild. Like, especially, and I don't think this guy's leftist or anything, but especially on the left, like, people think that like copyright is what, it's like a corporate thing, that like patents and copyright and stuff like that is all for like capitalism. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I don't know, man. I made a lot of money from copywriting my music and like working with like music companies and things to like act on that copyright and like monetize that copyright. And like, I think it's a pretty good way to like monetize art in a capitalist society. So I don't know. Maybe copyright can be good sometimes. And sure, maybe sometimes it's not good when it's like a record label or something like exercising it against the artists or whatever, but maybe it is good when it's like the artist making money. I don't know. 0 people on Twitch know how copyright works. Yeah. Which is a shame because like people like, when I say people like, but I just mean Hasan. Hasan always talks about like, you know, his approach, like he doesn't believe in IP. And so like everything that he does is like open license for people to, you know, to use and monetize on their own. And that's all fine and well. But like, I don't, like if I did that, I wouldn't have my livelihood basically as a musician. So it's just like he's like applying his personal experience with like not enforcing IP to be like, I think it's overall like bad and that's why I'm doing. And it's like, no, like some of us actually like it. And sure, like it would be good if there was like reform to the broader capitalist forces that make it not good in certain contexts. But I don't want to do anything with the existing copyright law. Fuck that. Like and I'm not just saying that because it's like, oh, I got mine. Fuck you, I got mine. Like it only protects it's only detrimental to people who are looking to infringe the copyright. And I don't think that's like something that is like deserving of like, well, you're equally valid for infringing my copyright as I am to like assert my copyright. Like, no. I think that like as a musician, if I want to protect my music from being repurposed or like, you know, repurposed, stolen, or like re-tagged, like someone takes it and puts it up as their own, like they're not entitled to the freedom to do that. And I'm not like forced to like sit there and be like, well, I think that's just how things should work, is like you should be allowed to steal my music and say that it's your song instead. Like I don't know. That's like what all these conversations boil down to, is just like, do you believe that like artists have the right to, you know, the fruits of their own labor, if you want to put it that way. But anyways, I was just going off on a tangent, but let's see what they're saying here.
Part 2 of its report on the legal and policy around issues related to copyright and artificial intelligence. Honestly, I do not believe that there's a single person probably inside the U.S. Copyright Office that has any idea what the hell they're talking about. And they have absolutely no technical depth. So I am completely convinced that they'll be either cronyism, some sort of corruption being paid behind the back to wield government power to allow AIs to continue to operate, or they literally just have no idea what's happening. So when I see the government be like, well, we're going to take care of it, I'm just like, yeah, okay. This part.
That's such a funny way to frame that, because like, what do AI people know about copyright? Like clearly nothing.
The report addresses the copyrightability of outputs created using generative AI. Okay, so this is on the output. Okay, hold on. The office affirms that the existing principles of copyright law are flexible enough to apply to the new technology as they have applied to technology innovations in the past. It concludes that the outputs of generative AI can be protected by copyright only where a human author has determined sufficient expressive elements. So let me get this straight. I'm just trying to understand this.
Yeah, wait. He's like, he's saying like he prefaced it by saying, I don't trust copyright people to understand technology. And then when it turns out that the copyright people are actually like, well, I guess he was talking about cronyism, so I guess there is that. But then when it turns out that the Copyright Office is like, yep, no, we don't have anything on this. It's like, I disagree with that completely. People also don't know how government works. There are the political appointees and then there are the actual workers. The actual government workers tend to have expertise and reasonable ideas in their topic of expertise. Political appointees are the ones who don't understand things, or the elected representatives. But yeah, I agree with that too. No, I disagree with him on that, but I'm mostly just saying like copyright is copyright. You don't have to be like an AI. You don't have to be a Silicon Valley tech work graduate, you know, like previously worked at Meta or whatever, to like know the copyrightability aspect of it. It's the same way that like, I mean, yeah, you could say like certain legislation to to govern certain things like new technologies and whatever has been like bad because the elected people don't understand the technology that they're legislating. But there's a reason that like phone towers and things have like, you know, the FCC is like has like governance over certain bandwidths of things. You think anyone understands the fucking like 2.4 gigahertz band, you know, millimeter wave band? No. But you still pass a law, like you can still like do things in government about it.
Generative AI can take and break copyright law, then other people can use it to generate material in which they can copyright. You know, I'm not a lawyer, okay?
Okay, I think he's on my side,
lawyer,
actually.
But I would just like to state that I don't get this at all, okay? Like, I consider myself fairly adept at the old linear logic, like A goes to B and B goes to C and C goes to D. Like, I feel like that's kind of my bread and butter, the thing that I really accelerate at. And when I look at that, I don't even get it. I'm not even sure how you got from A to B at all. Like, oh, yeah, that stolen stuff. Yeah, the stuff you steal, right afterwards, you could be like, hey, that's mine. It's actually the meme of the person being handed a ball and going, I created this. What? Okay, well, I guess no one owns anything anymore, and we're all going to get sued, and we're also all not going to get sued. Okay, well, hey, that seems pretty neat, right? Like, here's this thing that happens. It happens all the time on the internet. Somebody is considered, like, some company or some individual is considered like an expert in a thing. And they have certain behavior that you look at, and you're like, okay, this is what they do. But when they hypocritically then point at another person for doing the exact same thing that they're doing, it, like, destroys their reputation. People just absolutely hate it with a passion, right? And so it's like OpenAI, like they actually just must stop talking about. They must actually 100% have to be like, oh yeah, that's totally cool. They distilled us. Yeah, that's fine. By the way, one last thing about all of this. I want you to know something very, very important. I know people are seeing all these DeepSeek stuff and saying how amazing it is and how they can't believe that everything's over and actually, you know, everything's going to be way cheaper and actually AIs are going to take their jobs and all that fun stuff. I do want you to realize something extremely important with R1. Remember,
bro uses GIMP instead of just like Microsoft Paint.
There's a model that exists that OpenAI has produced that has cost the billions. R1 obviously took a nice little spigot, put it in there, and just dripped out all those good little learnings. Yum, 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 and created a more efficient inference model, just sucking OpenAI or clean, sucking them dry, and now it can do pretty good. And they probably are lying. Like, let's just be real. They're probably lying, but they probably spent in the millions. Maybe they spent $1 billion, right? They're probably, I just assume they're lying at 5.5 million, okay? Can we just all agree that that's probably a lie? But it's probably significantly cheaper than anything that OpenAI has done. But I want you to think about one important thing that I don't feel like people are saying, which is for R1 to be so good and for R1 to be able to produce a model this cheap, they had to draft off a model that costed $1 kajillion. There is no such thing as a $5 million model because $5 million model would not have been able to exist without very expensive model. People are kind of missing that little logical
sure,
jump there,
but
which means there's no free lunch. Someone just literally saw lunch in a refrigerator and went.
By the way, there's an ad break coming up. If you don't want to see the ads, all you have to do is subscribe for $6 or for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. And here's the ad break coming up right now. We're almost done with this video. And then I think I'll probably wrap it up because my food's going to be here and I am hungry. Just a little shout out if you are still watching, if anyone else is still watching. My song, Wherever You Go, is out next week, next Friday night, midnight. ! Pre-save in chat, and you can go pre-save that on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music, wherever you listen to your music. And yeah, first release of 2025 coming up. All right.
Just ate it as fast as possible. And they're like, what? Lunch is free today. What do you mean? Everybody gets yogurt, right? My name's Karen. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, there's actually some super cool stuff they did. I love the fact that R1 didn't use CUDA. They just raw dogged their own version of it because they're like, you know what? CUDA sucks. We can actually write our own better version of the exact same thing. And they actually did because they're actual like champs over there. Like, that's super awesome. Like, hey, good job, R1. Hey, R1, you actually did performance work and you performance optimized the one thing that matters for you, which is absolute perfection when it comes to doing that. Like, good job, you. Hey, way to do it.
Wait, what? Okay, I think H100 is the thing. NVIDIA H100 is like the thing that they used for the training, I'm pretty sure, right? Here, let me just look up. Okay, well, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was H100, right? H100 is a card. No, I know. What I'm saying is I'm pretty sure this is the thing that they used to train the DeepSeek. But I just looked at the price and it says it's like, oh, I guess this one's 8,000 something. 124,000. Holy shit. Okay. That's some crazy numbers there. I mean, I can't tell what the real price is. You got 7,000 for pre-owned, okay. 25,000 for pre-owned, 8,000 for new, 125,000, 28,000. This is what companies use to train on. Huge racks of thousands of these, and they're thousands of dollars each. Yeah. I just can't tell what the actual price is, which is pretty funny. Oh, cost. 482,000. DGX. I think DGX is like the full rack, right? Let's see. What's DGX? Yeah, I mean, this is a full rack. Well, nobody buys a single H1. Okay, so I guess that's the answer then. Anyways, yeah. I mean, look, all I'm simulation clicker. All I'm saying is that my machine here. Let me see. Can I show my system info without it leaking anything? Graphics. Oh yeah, here we go. I think I can show this. Here we are. Well, okay, it doesn't really tell you anything, but 20 built-in GPU cores and let's see the memory. 48 gigs of unified memory on my little Mac Mini here. And I can run the DeepSeek thing. I can't, that people say like inference versus training. Obviously, I can't do the training on this thing, but I think it's pretty cool that you can do the inference. And I think that's like the first step in like actual, useful AI. I've been looking into there for server farms. Elon had an order for like 100K of them for Tesla, and he gave the order to xAI instead, which is a huge generation of duty to a public company. I did see all that drama. I did see that. And it just like washed over and like no one did anything about it, which is pretty crazy to me. But yeah, what was I just saying? Oh yeah. The only reason that things like ChatGPT aren't useful to me is that I care about my data privacy and I don't want to give it my data. So it's not useful if it doesn't have my data. And Apple understands this because Apple says, oh, we have Apple Intelligence. It's fully local on your phone and it can draw from your data, but it like never leaves your phone, right? Or it goes to the private cloud compute, but it never leaves the server. It's anonymized, all this stuff, right? That's their big thing. My thing is Apple made a computer that can literally run this stuff. And if I'm in the process of figuring out a way to do this, but if I can basically give it like a secret API key that only I have, only I have for my, bank account or my email inbox, right? If I can just find a way, and I'm working on this, if I can just find a way to like give that to pass it as context to this local model, suddenly I have like actually useful AI, no data collection, and like what's not to like? I don't know. I feel like that would be super useful if I get it to work. The only problem is I did try, as sort of like a preliminary thing, I tried basically taking like an export of my checking account history, full ledger and everything, for the year of 2024. And it's saved it to like a CSV, right? I uploaded it to the DeepSeek local model that I have running, and I asked it like, what day was my balance the lowest and what day was it the highest, and what were those balances? And it like made it up completely. It did not refer to actual data, which is weird because I watched it pour over the data, but then it just like hallucinated the answer. So not great. Then I asked it, what was my like average monthly income and versus deposits versus withdrawals, right, from my checking account. And it also just like hallucinated random numbers for each month. So I was like, okay, this is maybe not ready for prime time, but I don't know. That would be cool to do, right? Like I don't have to pour over the data myself. I just feed it like a giant spreadsheet and it just does it. And I've been looking at ways to automate my like daytime job. But that's like even quirkier. I will say for all this talk about like AI coming after like productivity jobs and things like that, like if you're working in Excel and Outlook and stuff, AI is coming for your job. And I'm like, I've seen AIs, man, and I see the way that I work, and I don't think it could like handle any of these nuances whatsoever. Like there are so many little things that it's just like a human needs a human touch. And I just genuinely don't feel like I'm concerned about like being replaced by AI anytime soon, especially when there's money on the line. Like I handle a lot of like financial stuff and like invoices and things like that. And I have to like follow up on invoices, make sure they get paid, figure out why they're not getting paid, sign up for their payment profile portal, whatever it is, right? And you need a human to do that because you can't just like tell an AI to, you know, like maximize money, revenue. I don't know. It's a weird gray area, and I don't really think that AI is going to solve that anytime soon. I'm sure if you just like do like a drop shipping company, you can get like a little ChatGPT thing to just like go off and like do whatever touchless thing and it'll just operate on its own. But like if you want to actually like work in a actual business and not just drop shipping, you need more than that. So that's my take on all that. But anyways, let's finish this video and then I'm probably going to wrap it up.
Absolutely be a champion. But that doesn't mean that it was
$5.5
million. That's like, you can't like relate the two things, right? It's like looking at it's like looking at our modern technology and be like, what are you talking about? It only costs like $1,500 to have a computer. And you're like, no, it doesn't cost $1,500 to have a computer. The computer you're holding on to is almost 100 years of research. In fact, one would argue that it's more than 100 years because the Mark was inspired by the analytical machine, which is our first computer. So it's literally like 150 years of trillions of dollars of research pouring into a single point. You can't just say that a computer today costs $1,500, right? It's the result of everything else. And so OpenAI was able to be in their position and spend all this money, and R1 was able to draft off of it. And I'm sure R1 also did a bunch of other things that are super cool, that made it super efficient, that, yeah, we get it. We're all on that team. We're all on that team. They did some good stuff. But it's kind of ridiculous to think that this is the end of AI and no one's going to need to spend any more money because, boom, we've already done it. It's 5.5 million. Okay, hey, that's it. We're over with. From here on out, models are easy to train. You just simply need access to that multi-$100 billion model. And once you have access to that, it's like that easy. Boom.
Oh, ew.
Absolutely.
I see this guy in the Twitter. It's that Yassine guy on Twitter, the like ex-engineer. In his chat.
This might be the greatest take of all time. Oh, did someone take your hard work and use it to train a model to mimic your expertise without compensation? I feel like there needed to be a W somewhere in here that's missing. Oh, compensation. By the way, it is like they're going pretty deep on the evidence. By the way, if you haven't seen the evidence that some of them are using, it's because when you ask R1 who it is, it says, I'm ChatGPT. But even ChatGPT gets it wrong who ChatGPT is, right? When you ask any of them to who they are, they'll get versions wrong and everything. That's because there's kind of this self-fulfilling prophecy going on right now, where as more versions of that joke come out, the more likely that is the answer that is expected. Remember, this is next token prediction. Okay, that's what an LLM does, is it attempts to predict from the input what the most likely output is. Are we shocked? right? No, we're not shocked. It should just do that. That's exactly what it does.
Okay. Well, anyways, that wasn't a particularly interesting video, but I'm gonna hang it up there. Let's see. Can we raid Carter? We are unable to raid Carter at this time. Of course. I think he has like a minimum viewer thing for raids for some reason. I don't know. Let's raid Vorlo. He's doing Marvel Rivals. Let's do it. Been live for like 3 hours. I assume he's gonna keep streaming. All right. New song is out next week. I'm gonna be live on Monday. Gonna announce some sort of DJ stream thing for next weekend, probably Thursday night. Yeah, that's it for updates. Go watch Severance season 2 out now, Apple TV Plus. No, I'm just joking. I am like obsessed with it though. So anyways, peace. Bye.